Okay, good evening and welcome to the November 12th, 2015 zoning board meeting. Do we have any new business or general business? Does anyone have? Has everyone had a chance to look at the minutes from our previous meeting?
Yep.
Any additions or corrections or changes to that? Okay, I'll entertain a motion to, okay.
I make a motion to accept.
Okay, motion from Charlie, second by Brian. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, any opposed? Okay, it's unanimous. Okay. Our first meeting tonight is Jeff Lutton. Is that petitioner here? Okay, you just come right up here, sir. Just have a seat. I'm also going to be passing, if I could just give this to you, just to pass it around to everyone in the room, if they could just sign, just saying that you're here in the room for this meeting, please. Okay, it being 7:05, on the application of Jess Lutton of P.O. Box 666, Linwood, Mass., for a special permit relief pursuant to Section 3.1 and other applicable provisions of the Milford zoning bylaw in relation to a 6,455 square foot more or less parcel of land located on the northerly side of Oliver Court, known and numbered as 7 Oliver Court, which property is owned by Sandy Rodriguez. The relief is sought to permit the petitioner to demolish fire-damaged structures on the property and rebuilding of a single-family dwelling with a garage instead of a carport on the premises. On the application, special permit is sought is in harmony with the general purpose intent of the zoning law, pre-existing non-conforming. The proposed use of the premises will not create undue traffic congestion or impair pedestrian safety, pre-existing. The proposed use of the premises will not cause harm to the neighborhood or create a nuisance or hazard affecting the health, safety, or general welfare of the public, pre-existing. At the meeting on, I guess it was September 24th, before the planning board, let's see, from Lena McCarthy, Chair, Milford Planning Board. Dear Madam Chairman, the applicant is requesting a special permit to allow for the reconstruction of a single-family dwelling on the subject property. The dwelling has been damaged by fire. The zoning bylaw provides for the replacement of non-conforming structures damaged by fire to the extent of more than 75% of the replacement value by special permit from the ZBA. The structure is non-conforming due to encroachments into required setbacks. The lot is also non-conforming as it is undersized. The proposal is to reconstruct the dwelling in the same location. All applicable zoning requirements appear to be met. Therefore, I recommend a favorable report be forwarded to the Zoning Board of Appeals. Respectfully submitted, Larry Duncan, Town Planner. And with that, the floor is yours, sir. So would you just tell us what you want to do, and do you have any pictures? Do you have?
We have a set of plans that we
Is it?
gave to you, the plot plan, and there's also a set of plans for the house. And we're just seeking approval of the special permit to rebuild our some damaged home and add a garage. The one thing that I would correct on the plot plan there is, and also a planning board member also made a comment that they wish the garage could be moved off of the lot line. The actual intent is to move the garage
Okay,
off
do
the lot
you,
line.
do you have a copy of the plan with you or anything that you could just put up so the people at home can see it? I don't see anything here for what the structure's gonna look like. Do you have a picture of that you could also post up on the board, please?
We don't have the structure.
No, I don't have anything in the file for that.
For the plans?
No, we just have the.
Yeah, I don't have that.
Okay. We're proposing a
So we're showing.
15. Oh, actually, we didn't have the plans when we put in the application, that's why. It's a 1,500 square foot Cape-style home that we would like to rebuild in the same location. The fire damaged home was also approximately 1,500 square feet. And off of the back of the home, we would like to put a garage where she had a carport previously. However, on the back of the home, there's going to be, these aren't gonna stay up here very well.
Are you the builder?
Yes.
Okay. And I'm sorry, what was your name?
I'm Jeff Lutton, Sixth
Okay.
Street Construction.
Okay.
We're looking at the back of the home, the proposed home. There is a small porch and deck coming off here that would come out to what shows where the garage carport is there. With the garage and carport as close as it shows on the plot plan there to the lot line, this little deck here wouldn't actually work, so we're proposing to move the garage over so it would actually meet all current setbacks.
Okay, so do you have a new plan that would show where the new garage will be?
We do not, because once it moves over, it actually doesn't need special permit clearance, we can just do that.
Okay,
with
but
the-
can you just show us on this, so what are you planning to do? Here's a copy I have, so can you here's a pencil you want, show me,
Basically, just move the carport, the garage.
so how many feet from the lot line will they,
This, I believe, will be approximately 12 feet from the lot line, rather than 1 foot.
okay?
Big difference.
Yeah, and so what you'll do is, you'll drive in and drive into the garage like this,
Right.
okay?
Drive in.
And
right
you'll
into
take a
the
left,
garage.
you'll,
Take a left right into the garage, and then you
Okay.
can walk out and go up into the house.
so that'll be a two-car garage?
Correct.
All right. Okay, and you don't have any pictures or anything,
Of,
the property or, I mean,
no, I do not have any
Okay.
pictures of
Do
the
you have a
property.
picture of the existing home that would help you at all? To show you the
okay,
similarity in the two?
all right.
Yeah, it's just from the town files. That's the home that was demolished.
Okay,
I remember that house.
all right, here, I'll just, okay, I guess,
Foundation will be the same size.
okay, so it's gonna be the exact same template as the existing
Right.
foundation?
Same footprint, same location.
New foundation.
Just new foundation, yeah, the old one was granite, didn't meet current codes.
Okay. I guess I'll, Mark, you have any
No, no questions
questions or
at all.
comments?
My only question, I think, was answered. It's gonna be built, even though you're doing a new foundation, it's within the former footprint,
Exact footprint.
Exact
except
footprint.
for the
Sir, if you're gonna
garage.
speak, would you just come up here and identify who you are?
My name's Chris Mazzarelli, I'm partner
My
with
business
Jeff.
partner.
Okay,
Chris
just
Mazzarelli.
come up here so you're not,
Yep.
okay?
So within the former footprint, except for the new garage that will replace the former carport, which is going to be within the
It would meet all
setbacks.
current setbacks, yep.
Okay,
Correct.
that's all I have.
Okay, Charlie?
Yeah, just a couple of questions, Jeff. Right here
Sure.
on this plan, can I see that plan?
Yep, here, this is the
All right,
one.
the question I have is that, this is number, oh, I see what you're doing, this is number 7, right?
Seven
Now,
foot, correct.
what is this right here? This is was this part of the house or part of the footprint? This proposed one-story addition, or is that just on an old
That
plan?
was, if you look here, this was done back in 1974.
Okay,
Was the original when this was done.
Right.
And at that time, they were proposing an addition on the house,
which never occurred.
which I believe is this right here.
Oh, okay, all right, so that's part of that, okay.
Yeah, so it's part of the existing house.
I got you. Thank you.
All right.
Joe, any questions?
Yeah, I just want to make sure I'm clear on this. So you don't have presently a plot plan of what you actually intend to build as far as the dimensions and with the garage in its proper location?
Not yet, no.
You don't have a, no.
I mean, that plot plan right there for the house is correct, because the foundation's gonna be the same size, in the same location.
You're going to replace the existing foundation or what's left of it, or,
Yes, it's actually already been demolished and dug out,
uh-huh.
so it requires a new foundation.
What is this off to the left, now, this Oliver Court, is that the, number 7, the end of the street?
Yes, it's a dead-end street.
Dead end street, all right. And it shows, it says foundation remains. Is that, of course, this is an old drawing.
It is an old drawing, and I don't see any remains of the foundation.
No, there were not.
Nothing, so there's nothing there.
Nothing there now.
All right. So an updated print of, plot plan for this would show the two-story wood frame house with the one-story addition as being the size of the house.
Correct.
And the garage would be basically what, centered in the back of that house?
More or less centered, yes.
But it would meet the present setback requirements for that zoning area, is that?
Correct.
All right,
Correct.
so which means that we do not have to pass on that if you
On
put
the
it.
garage portion, correct.
Correct. It was just the size of the lot, because it's 6 feet.
And that'll be up to the building inspector when he gives you the permit that he confers with your judgment on where to put that, and that it won't violate any zoning laws at that time. Good. Good.
Okay, is there anyone here from the audience that wishes to speak on this matter? Okay, I guess if there's no one else has any other questions or comments, you have the last word before we close the meeting.
I really have nothing further to add.
Okay.
Thank you for your time.
Okay, the meeting's closed. What's the pleasure of the members? Should we wait till the end of the evening, or would you like to,
I think we could vote on each.
you want to vote on this now?
Yeah.
All right.
So we'll have to go back and do it all.
Someone has the sign-in, oh, okay. If I could have that back, please. Thank you. All right. Okay, what's the pleasure of the members?
I make a motion, we grant the permit?
Okay, are we gonna put any, I know that he has agreed to, instead of having the garage on the lot line,
Right.
I mean, we don't have an updated, plot plan that would show that. But should we have some mention in there that he's gonna have it at
Well,
least
the
12
building
feet from the
will meet
lot
the-
line?
You mentioned it'd be 11 feet.
That the garage to replace
That,
the former carport will,
You'd have 12 feet, not
Meet
11?
zoning.
will meet setbacks, will meet required setbacks.
okay, but he's going to, he's moving it back now from what he originally was gonna be doing. He was gonna have it right on the lot line, but he's agreed so he can,
That's what he's proposing now, is
Yeah.
that he's going to, the carport will be replaced with the garage, but that garage portion of the structure
will
will
be moved so that
comply
it's
with
in
setbacks.
compliance, okay. All right,
I'm happy to condition
So,
it that way, that's
well, we
fine.
have a condition that it has to meet all of the
setback,
buildings has to meet all of the setback requirements.
okay, so,
Otherwise, we have no control over the fact that we come back and they put the garage like where the carport was and say, well, change our mind.
all right, so to meet all setback requirements. Okay, anything else? Okay, I'm sorry, who was the motion from originally?
From Joe.
From Joe, seconded by Mark. Okay, any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? No, okay, it's unanimous. Okay, good luck. You will receive something from Jerry, well, you've got the 20-day,
You'll
There's a
receive a
20 days,
notice
from-
from the town council's office, and then there's a 20-day appeal
appeal
period.
period.
And once you get, the 20 days expires, then you're free to go.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. Good luck.
Thank you.
Sure it'll look much better than what's there now. All right, our next meeting, finish those up later, is, let's see here. Okay, the next meeting is Kevin G. and Bonita L. Dodlin. If you would come up here, and Attorney Small is representing? Okay. Let me just, I'm gonna need everyone to sign again. I'm sorry, I need to pass this around again, so if I could just,
Thank you.
this housekeeping, thank you. All right, very good. All right, so it being at least 7:10, this is on the application of Kevin G. and Benita L. Dodlin of 302 Purchase Street, Milford, for a variance and/or special permit relief in relation to 53,137 square foot parcel of land owned by the petitioners and located at the southerly intersection of Purchase Street and Tanglewood Drive in Milford, which parcel is known and numbered as 304 Purchase Street. The relief is requested the relief requested is sought in order to permit the raising of the existing two-family structure and the erection of a new two-family structure and replacement thereof. Let's see. What section of the zoning bylaws do you ask to be varied? It's 2.3, I think it's .1, use regulation schedule to allow construction of a two-family dwelling in the RC district. What circumstances exist relating to soil conditions, shape, or topography of the subject premises which do not generally affect other land in the zoning district? Existing two-family dwelling is non-conforming to the front yard setback. The proposed dwelling will conform to all current zoning setback requirements. If the variance were not granted, what hardship would be caused by the circumstances described in 13 above? The existing dwelling is structurally uninhabitable, therefore the owner would lose the current two-family use of the lot. State why you feel the grant of the variance will not cause substantial detriment to the public good. Replacement of the dilapidated structure with a new structure will enhance the neighborhood. No additional runoff will occur to any abutters. The lot has town water and sewer. At the meeting on October 20th, 2015 of the Planning Board, Lena McCarthy, Chairman. Dear Madam Chairman, the applicant is requesting a variance to allow the replacement for one non-conforming use with another on the subject property. Specifically, the proposal is to raise the existing two-family dwelling on the property and construct a new two-family dwelling. Although the applicant is requesting a variance, it appears to this writer that the appropriate relief would be in the form of a special permit under ZBL Section 3.1.4 to change from one non-conforming use to another. Therefore, I recommend a favorable report be forwarded to the Zoning Board of Appeals to grant special permit approval under Section 3.1.4, subject to the requirements of Section 3.13, special permit standards for two-family dwellings. And at that, the floor is yours, Attorney Small.
Thank you. As noted, I represent Kevin Bonilla Doglin. They live at 302 Purchase Street, but they own another parcel of property at 304 Purchase Street, which is an existing two-family structure, as you can see from the pictures that are posted on the board. It is uninhabitable. It's an eyesore to the neighborhood. They would like to be able to raise that building and to construct another two-family home on that property. The current existing two-family is non-conforming to the front yard setback. The proposed new structure does conform with the setbacks, and we'll be looking for a favorable action by the board.
Okay. Mark, any comments, questions?
No, I'm familiar with that area, and I'm familiar with that home. I mean, it can only,
Can only look better.
oh yeah, it can only look better.
I go by it every day myself.
Yeah.
Ryan?
So I want to clarify, you applied for a variance from the use schedule, which we can't grant, but the town planner pointed out that this would be we can grant a special permit to replace one non-conforming use with another.
And that's acceptable to us.
Did you happen to talk to Jerry Moody at all about whether we can do that? Because it was advertised as a variance, and but now we're being asked to grant a special permit.
I have not spoken with Jerry on that, but it's my understanding that would not pose a problem, but I can talk to him
Yeah.
tomorrow.
I don't recall what we've done before when that's come up. Not trying to be a stickler on it. I just want to verify that we're able to grant the relief based on the way it was
Yeah,
advertised.
well, the way it's stated here for the notice of hearing, it's variance and/or.
Oh, they did do that? Okay.
Yeah, so I think we should,
Okay,
I
that's fine
think-
with me.
I think we're okay with that.
Yeah, and all the abutters would have been notified
Yeah.
in either case, so, that's not gonna
Yep,
cause an issue.
okay. Yeah, if it was noticed as and/or special permit, then that's fine. I have no other questions.
Okay, Charlie?
Yeah, just one question. Is this involving two lots, 304 and 302? No, just 304.
Just 304.
All right.
They presently live on 302.
Okay, all right.
That's where I get confused too.
Yeah. So it's just 304, beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that the former Daly property?
Yes, it is, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Mike Daly.
Huh?
Michael Daly,
Michael Daly,
Helen, and the whole family there.
the whole family lived there. I think the daughter lived in, is that the house that you live in now?
Helen lived in my house, yeah.
302?
Yep.
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
Okay, is there anyone here in the audience that is here to speak on this particular issue? Okay. Anyone else, any other comments or anything? Okay. I'll leave the last word for you, Attorney Small.
Just respectfully ask that you approve the special permit, so that Mr. Godwin can go ahead and improve the neighborhood. Thank you.
Very good. Okay, we'll close the hearing. We'll take it under advisement. So what is the pleasure of the board?
I think we, I recommend we grant it. I'll make a motion that we approve it.
Okay.
Second.
Okay, second by Joe. Any conditions or anything? Okay, so we'll take a vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? No? It's unanimous. Congratulations, and looking forward to seeing something nice there.
Also Daly.
Okay, moving right along. The next matter is Gavin A. Miles. Okay, if you just would come up here, please. And I need to pass this signature around here again. It's housekeeping, so if I could give you this, sir, just to pass to who's ever here, just to note that they were here, please. Yes, yes, please. Okay, and it being at least 7:15 on the application of Gavin A. Miles of 17 John Turco Drive, Walpole, for a variance from the provisions of Section 2.4 and/or 2.5 of the zoning bylaw in relation to 45,010 square foot parcel of land located on the southerly side of Roland Way, known and numbered as 32 Roland Way, which parcel is owned by Sheres Vutla, and I apologize for how I'm pronouncing your name. The variance relief is sought to permit the erection of a 14-foot by 21-foot single-story addition to the existing dwelling, which addition would be closer to the lot lines than otherwise permitted. What section of the,
I'd say you should probably put it up on the board.
yeah,
so-
put that up on the board, please. What section of the zoning bylaw do you ask to be varied? Article 2.5, intensity of use schedule for the minimum side yard requirement. What circumstances exist relating to the soil condition, shape, or topography of the subject premises which do not generally affect other land in the zoning district? The existing house sits on a hill higher than the street and abutting properties. There is also a row of 20-foot by 26-foot high arborvitae trees separating the subject property from the closest neighbors. If the variance were not granted, what hardship would be caused by the circumstances described in 13 above? The addition will be a bedroom and bathroom for the owner's ailing parents. The parents are currently living in the house but sleeping on the second floor in one of the kids' bedrooms. One child is currently displaced. State why you feel the grant of the variance will not cause substantial detriment to the public good. The house sits in a location on Roland Way that does not infringe on any neighbors, mainly due to the tall row of arborvitae trees that separate the house from both side neighbors. The Planning Board. There was a meeting of the Planning Board on October 20th, 2015. Lena McCarthy, Chairman. Dear Madam Chairman, the applicant is requesting a variance to allow for a 14 by 21-foot single-story addition to the existing dwelling on the subject property to be 14 feet from the side west property line, 20-foot minimum setback required. There appears to be adequate area on the property to build a much larger addition in a different configuration on the west side of the house without a variance. Therefore, I recommend an unfavorable report be forwarded to the Zoning Board of Appeals. Respectfully submitted, Larry Duncan, Town Planner. Okay, and with that, sir, the floor is yours. Just identify who you are and,
I'm building plans that you've got folded up underneath the, up there, right there.
Here?
No, right
Here?
That should be it right there.
Okay.
I'm not sure if the planning board had an opportunity to look at these plans when they made that unfavorable recommendation.
Well, I'm sure they did. This was part of the, you know, as a matter of fact, if it's something that
Would
you,
you like, should I put it up there for everybody to see?
are
I'd
they,
just like to point some stuff out if I could.
Why don't you put it up there and then?
Yeah, sure, go
Great,
ahead.
good, thanks.
There you go.
The condition of the owner's parents is such that, as it states there, that they have some serious trouble moving around, and there's frequent need for use of a restroom, and they are currently traipsing up and down the stairs. Each time they have to use the restroom. The proposal, obviously, is to add a bedroom, a standalone bedroom with their own bathroom, so they can be contained on the first floor. So they can have their own space, and they won't have to travel up and down the stairs. This is a raised family room over a two-car garage over here. There's no way, so the floor of the family room currently sits about 12 feet above grade over here. There's nowhere, we can't put the addition over here. You could, but that doesn't make much sense. The driveway comes in this way, turns in here. This is the front of the house, it's a dining room and a study here. I'm not gonna propose an addition off the front of the house. In the back, this is one big full kitchen. There'd have to be some pretty extensive changes to the layout in order to add proper living quarters for the parents over here. The natural fit seemed to be this hallway coming down, and there's currently a bathroom, a common bathroom for the first floor here. It seemed to be a natural fit here. You've already got your plumbing on this end of the house. Even though the lot line runs approximately right here through, the 20-foot setback, side setback. This is the best place on the property for this addition.
Do you have any pictures?
I don't have pictures. I'm sorry.
That one actually has a few.
Oh, it does? I'm sorry.
No, I was looking for photographs more of how the house
I
looks.
believe there are photos
They are in there.
as part of this.
Okay.
This is Suresh Vula.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Mr. Chairman, if you don't mind.
Yeah. You can come up here, sir, and sit here, that's fine.
Just so I get this before you change it.
Yep.
Lot line goes like this,
The setback line.
setback line.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yep.
This is the end of the house right here.
Correct.
Bathroom's here.
Yep.
You just wanna blow this wall out and add everything on in this area.
That's it.
There
One
is
story.
Crawl space underneath this whole area?
Yes.
And cement foundation.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
I'm just trying to get a feel of why it can't be put somewhere else. That's what I'm looking for.
Right.
Because that's what the planning board stated, is they felt that you could put it somewhere you wouldn't have a problem then with the setbacks.
Let me show the photos. Okay, yeah.
Okay, so could you just put that up there so that the people at home can see that as well, please?
All right. So we tried following it. Essentially, they said there is plenty of space around here, but we can't really put it here because again we would bump into the variance things. And the
yeah.
kitchen has a window there, so if we put a room here, the kitchen would be blacked out, and we would have to.
So you're looking to put it on the right-hand side of the house?
Right. This one needs to go the other way.
And how wide is it's 21 feet it goes out? Is that,
14 off the house. It's a 14 by 14 bedroom and then a 10 by 7 bathroom. So it's 14 by 21.
Okay, it's right there, yeah.
It's right here.
okay, but I mean, there isn't any way to put it off the back of the house? Even if you
No.
cut into part of the back of the house so that you could have the bathroom and then have the bedroom, so you wouldn't
The
be.
kitchen is-
You have a lot of land there, it just,
Right, we got plenty of land here. The problem is, if we put the same 14 feet here, we would bump into this variance thing here.
The setback, you're gonna
The setback here.
encroach on the setback, almost regardless of where this goes on the back of the
except if
house.
you put it in the back.
Well, the kitchen
This is the
is
back.
the full, the kitchen is almost the full length of the back of the house. Um,
Now, this proposed.
Well, I'm just looking, there aren't many windows in the back, that's why I'm saying it's not like,
Yeah, because that meets all the requirements
That's right.
as far as that goes. And single story. What's the size of the sunroom?
14 by 16.
14 by 16. And that's gonna have access,
From
I
the
know,
back,
there are no
right
pictures.
there, yes. Replacing the deck.
right here.
Yeah.
You have a plot plan or a floor plan of the inside of the house?
Yeah, that's the other page. We could have that.
Excuse me, how close is the nearest neighbor?
They're about 30 feet over here. So they did, the neighbor did the same,
This way it
almost the
down,
same
this
addition.
way it down.
I don't know if they, I don't have any knowledge if they needed a variance or a special permit or, but they're right here.
So their house is about 30 feet from your
From,
line,
from the line, yes.
from your line.
Yes,
Just one question.
yes.
It's amazing to me where the builder put that house.
That's crazy, isn't it?
It is.
Doesn't leave any room for anything.
I mean, if he had just
Shame.
put it over, you wouldn't be here.
Exactly. It's just,
That's the thing. I'm like, I got so much space, but I can't do anything there.
For a
Wait.
soccer field, then.
you could, that's a lot of space for a soccer field.
Or
Okay.
like
Joe,
somebody
Joe,
suggested-
if you're gonna be looking at that, put that up so that everyone can, just everyone, people at home, just put it up on the board so we can, everyone can see that.
Yeah, this, maybe we could take it apart, each of those and put them up?
You can
It's up to you.
put
Can we
up-
No, no, that's fine, I just wanted to,
That's the
You wanna
existing.
see the house as it is.
Yeah,
okay, so show me the addition, so where's the addition there?
The addition is gonna be on this.
Oh, okay, so it's gonna be on that side there, all
This
right.
is all kitchen, and then you step up to the family room over the garage on the left. You can't put it to the
Okay.
left or in the back over here, because the grade slopes down as you move away from the right side
Yeah,
of the house.
that's,
Is the basement finished?
No,
this deck that has been approved, nothing's been done as far as the construction goes, right?
no, it hasn't.
All right,
But it's a sunroom, not a deck, am I right?
The
It's
land-
an existing deck, but the plan is to remove that and have Brady-built sunrooms come in and install their sunroom on new approved footings that install.
That's off the kitchen?
Right.
Yeah, the eat-in, it's the kitchen, but the eat-in part, the dining room.
This is
It's
the
off the dining
sliding
room.
doors right here, right?
So we thought of putting it right here, but the problem is this is the
Well, you
window.
block the window.
The window would be blocked and then essentially the kitchen becomes too dark.
I agree, yeah. What's, now, the family room, what's the length? This is a lot longer.
24.
Huh?
24.
That's 24.
all right, okay, Joe, maybe we should, just so that they can finish doing the,
There's a garage underneath that family room.
I realize that,
Okay.
but I think there's options. This right now is what, is there a doorway coming from the side?
It's a closet, pantry that we have. We are proposing that we take the pantry out and then put the whole thing here.
But
A
this is-
natural
Is this
entrance.
is presently a lavatory downstairs?
Half bath.
That's existing.
There's a half bath downstairs
Yeah, that's
existing
the one for the first floor.
for the rest of the floor, and they're gonna use that same lavatory?
No,
No.
we
Or
are
you're
saying
gonna add
we are
a
gonna add a
lavatory.
lavatory here. And as we are saying that, to make sure we use only the minimum, the we are not saying that the whole thing can go 40. We would cut the lavatory thing only 10 feet, and the bedroom has 14 feet. Taking out the 2 feet for the closet, the bedroom inside would come out to be about 11 by 14. So,
And you're proposing you're gonna put a foundation here?
Yes. Yeah, with a crawl space.
Well, my personal opinion is that there's more possibilities to looking at the back side of this. The deck certainly doesn't, to me, take precedent over
agree, yeah,
putting
Yeah.
the room.
right.
You've got a change in grade gradient going from here over to the
Yeah.
driveway.
Yeah,
The floor of this family room, the sill of this.
sill, yeah.
Sits approximately, I don't know, it's probably 10 feet off grade over here. So
Uh-huh.
any addition over here would be, you'd have to be a really, really high foundation or.
Well, you got a high
piers.
foundation here.
Right,
It's a
that's the
step-
garage,
step
that's the
Okay.
garage.
All right. Anyone have any, Charlie, questions?
Yeah, I feel that what they're doing there, and you look at it,
I'm sorry, Joe.
that it probably is the best place for it, just for my opinion, because of the fact that your parents can walk from the kitchen area right into their bedroom or into their hall. They're not walking through the entire house, and it gives them a little bit of privacy there versus being in an area where you're gonna have kids in a playroom and so forth, and then the noise is gonna be throwing out. I mean, that's just my opinion from that. And I think the circumstances here is that you've got a situation where the builder improperly placed that house on the lot. He left you no options if you do it, but that's my comment.
It's too bad, really.
Brian?
It's a huge lot.
Based on the plot plan and the photos, I think you got plenty of options that you don't need this variance. You've got an acre plus lot. I understand where the building is placed, but you've got lots of options. The fact that you're able to put a sunroom on the back, I think you can get a little bit more creative. If you can put some sunroom there, you can put something else there. I think you've got plenty of room. I understand this would be less expensive, but, I mean, you're right up against the lot line on a big lot like that, and I don't think it's warranted.
Mark?
I see what they need to do, and I can understand what they need to do. I can't see moving a kitchen around. The most logical place is exactly where they have it, especially for the elderly parents to go into the bathroom and have their own privacy. For future use down the road. Again, the builder, in my opinion, the builder just didn't think this out. Simple as that, and I can't see penalizing them for that reason.
Okay. Anyone here in the audience? You're not on
No, I
this?
wanna
Okay.
just add
Yeah,
my-
go ahead, go ahead, Joe. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
Is there anybody else?
No, there's no one here from the,
I just want to more or less second agree with Brian and his assessment that I think there are other options that need to be explored as opposed to putting that room there. I think on the backside of that house, there are other options if you started in the beginning. Sure, you may end up with a high foundation, but you're gonna have to put a foundation in anyway. And there's already a very high foundation in the back. I haven't physically been there to look at it, but I think it's possible. I think it has to be explored before I would agree to granting a permit to put the room there.
okay. Any board members have any?
One last question. Have you done a cost analysis of putting that somewhere else? And just, without going into the numbers, what is the differential between putting it, say, as they're suggesting, off the kitchen area compared to where you currently have it?
So.
5,000, 10,000?
It's more because you now have no choice but to change the entire layout of the kitchen.
Okay, that's
There's no
good.
choice, it's, I don't know, it's 20,
Yeah,
Okay, thank you.
20,000, I don't know.
and a couple things, we did look at what the problems are. The sunroom, if we try putting it here, not just the grade would be high, we would be essentially blocking out the sunroom. The sun goes this way, so it's whatever the sunroom that we are putting in is, about, we've cut it half. And the other thing that we did look at it is, we got a bunch of upper windows that are 25 foot high. We don't really see our neighbor, and I did talk to my neighbor, they had no problems with it. So those are the two things. We did explore the other options of putting it here or here or here. That's the best we could come up with, unfortunately.
I could come up with a
Okay, anyone from the board have any other questions? Okay, then the last word is yours before we close the hearing and take it under advisement.
Okay, just a few points that I'd like to see if everybody could just keep in their mind as you're making the vote. As a matter of privacy for these people, I think they've earned the right to have some privacy in their life. The fact that you've already got plumbing on that end of the building, the fact that the entire kitchen and dining room would need to be redesigned in order to make the addition work in that location, the cost would get into doubling potentially what the agreement is now. And that's it.
Okay.
That's it.
We'll close the hearing, and I guess we'll have a discussion and vote on it now. So what's the pleasure of the board?
Personally, I think, I don't have a problem with it at all. I can see as carpenters, I can see where blowing the kitchen out, moving things around, and everything's gonna get extremely costly. And it is, all that land, it's in a awkward position. And the most logical place is at the end of the kitchen, the end of the house, added on, they get their privacy, et cetera. I don't have a problem with it at all, and since there's no neighbors here complaining about it, that's my opinion. So I'm in favor of it.
Yeah, and I'm in favor of it because I think that putting them through another 20 grand or 10 grand, if you have to take apart a kitchen to meet a variance where there are no people here arguing against it, and it's to take care of parents, then I think it's kind of, I would have no problem.
Okay. Okay, then I guess what I'll need is I need someone to entertain a motion.
Want the motion to approve?
Okay, so motion by Mark, I need a second.
Second?
By Charlie, any discussion?
I'm opposed to it.
Right, no, I'm just saying discussion, I'm not taking the vote. Okay, I'd say, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, the vote is 3-2, it is denied, sir. So you'll have to come up with some other configuration then for what you'd like to do,
Okay.
okay?
Thank you for your time.
Okay, you're welcome.
You're welcome.
I can remember a house designs. That one was the toughest one I ever. Kenny's house down on Howard Street.
Oh, yeah.
The old one I'm talking
Oh,
about.
yeah.
With the spiral staircase.
Yeah.
I designed that house.
Oh, did you?
Oh, yeah, that house is a beautiful house. No, I got the drawings at home, I can show you.
All right, and the last matter up this evening is Bruno Orlandi. Are you here, sir? Just come right up here. I have a few people that need to sign now. Sir, I just need you to sign this and have the other two gentlemen over there. Here it is. Just pass it around to them. You can just have a seat while I just read this quickly. Okay, being at least 7:20 on the application of Bruno Orlandi of 27 Shadowbrook Lane, number 5, Milford, for a special permit relief pursuant to section 3.1 of the zoning bylaw in relation to a parcel of land located on the southerly side of Water Street, known and numbered as 66 Water Street, which parcel is owned by Onizino DeMello. The relief is sought in order to permit the conversion of space within the existing building, which has previously been used for commercial purpose into a residential studio apartment. On the application, explain the reasons you assert that the special permit sought is in harmony with the general purpose and intent of the zoning bylaw, 3.1.3 and/or 3.1.4. The proposed use of the premises will not create undue traffic congestion or impair pedestrian safety, none. The proposed use of the premises will not cause harm to the neighborhood or create a nuisance or hazard affecting the health, safety, or general welfare of the public, none. The planning board met on September 24th. Lena McCarthy, Chairman. Dear Madam Chairman, the applicant is requesting a special permit to allow for the conversion of a retail store to an apartment within the existing two-family dwelling on subject property. The retail space was improperly added to the building in 2009 as reflected in the records from the assessor's office. The zoning bylaw contemplates possible changes from one legal non-conforming use to another by a special permit from the ZBA, not from a use unlawfully added to a property. The retail store is a zoning violation and has no legal standing as a legal, non-conforming use. Therefore, I recommend an unfavorable report be forwarded to the Zoning Board of Appeals. Respectfully, Larry Duncan, Town Planner. Okay, sir, and the floor is yours. Would you explain to us what you'd like to do?
I have two plans from the architects here. I think I'm going to bring.
Okay, why don't you put one up on the board?
I have them.
Okay.
Currently, it's a space retail store there now.
Is a retail store there right now?
Yes, it's, they have a half bath, and there's a restaurant in front of us, there's a bar up the street, and there's a convenience store. So there's not a lot of stuff that can be rented out there too. So we're able to get someone that's interested in, we can have a studio apartment, which we have here, signed by her with her drive license and, the check that she gave, in case you get approved with the studio apartment. And as was mentioned before, it was probably illegally turned into a retail space. We didn't know that. This property was Nesbo de Malo got it July something. So it was not his fault that he didn't know about this. So we just found this out when we got the letter explaining this was illegal, like retail space. So we came here trying to get approved so we can change it into a studio apartment, which we're able to get a drawing from the architect, which shows we could just do a full bath, put a small kitchen with a good bedroom size. We were able to give like a living room. We have 3 exits on the retail store. There's a place we can put an AC, so it'll be a very good.
Now, you were asking to put a studio apartment, you said, in here? Well, this has got a bedroom, a living room, a kitchen?
Yep.
Okay. My understanding is studio apartment is like one room, but,
Yeah, there'll be just one room. That was just to, whenever rented out, that'll be the layout, trying to
okay.
show.
How long have you owned this property?
Since July 27, I think.
This year?
Yep.
So you bought this property, not realizing that you had commercial space and retail and residential?
Yes.
And it's something that was built that shouldn't have been built.
Well, as we. I
Now
went
you
to-
want to turn it into a third income.
Yes. When I
And
went.
as far as the air conditioner goes, that is fairly new, because I went by there and the air conditioner is built in the wall. And that stairway that leads into there is fairly new too. So that's been worked on over the last, since 2009. Somebody's been in there. Now, are you aware of anybody being in there prior to you buying it as a retail
No.
space?
I knew there was a retail space there.
Somebody has been in there more recently than 2009.
Yeah, I don't know anyone that was there before that. There's just open space. There's nothing there. There's no I couldn't think about anything. Maybe they had an office or something, but it's nothing. Just a half bath and a whole open space. Would say something like this room with a half bath. And
It's only probably the size of that wall to this wall, and that's it. It's not very big.
Yeah, it's not. That's why I'm trying to do something like a studio, something small. We're able to figure out about parking space. We're able to make like a restaurant for.
The 3 meters that are outside the wall, I think, one of them's currently for that particular area?
Yes.
So there's 2 family and 1 meter's for that area already.
Exactly.
We got a 3rd meter in, a place that was built with no permits, a meter that was put in with no permits, and you bought it.
Yeah, we didn't know that was not even allowed.
When you bought it, did they tell you it was retail or could be
When
changed
we-
to residential?
They said it was mixed use it.
Mixed use.
Yeah, mixed use it. So when I came to the town, and I asked them if it was a chance that we could change it into a three family building. So the town told me to apply for a special permit because they didn't see a problem to do that since it's a retail store and like it's more residential area.
It used to be a tailor shop years and years ago, way back.
Even before 2009.
There was something else there, I think they knocked it down and added this on. I'm trying to remember when I was a young kid.
I'm from Milford, I lived in Milford for like 12 years, and I don't.
This was back in the 60s and 70s.
Oh.
At either event, it was built without permits.
Sorry about that.
It was your fault, you didn't do it.
Yeah, I didn't know
You
anything.
bought it, buyer beware.
Mhm.
That was advertised as a mixed use. We had a big problem to get finance on it. Since it was mixed use, a lot of bank doesn't like to do mixed use property.
See
They
why?
rather do all family or all commercial.
I don't have any other questions.
So when you talked about a bank, right?
Mhm.
And if you applied for a loan to the bank, they never checked the property to check that it was it complied with the variance, with the zoning laws of Milford?
I don't think they did anything that. And we tried Milford Federal, we tried Middlesex, and we tried, Middlesex Saving Bank, Milford Federal, and we were able to get approved by Village Mortgage. They're located on West Street, and next to the Honeydew on West Street, and they got through Green Tree, and they did all the appraisals and everything, but was listed as a mixed use property. And even when we were doing the close and everything, we never found out that was anything wrong with it.
Brian?
So it currently has 2 residential units upstairs?
No, one on first floor and one on second floor.
Okay.
And this
And the
will-
third will be your proposal would be in the front where the retail store was.
Exactly. We'll replace the retail store. We'll try to, I don't know if that's possible, try to fix this thing was built incorrectly.
Is there a second egress out of there? I don't believe there is.
No.
Okay.
No, for the retail store? Yeah, there are one in the back. Cause what happened is like the first floor.
I see the one on the side, on the left side.
is- Yeah, 2 on the sides and one in the back. So there's three.
Three
yeah,
exits?
It's, right here. This is the door that comes from the basement.
Okay.
So this give access to the basement and everything. So this is the bathroom, this would be a room, and this is the first entrance and the second entrance right here on the left side.
Is that on a slab? There's no
Um,
basement there, correct?
yeah, it's just the stairs right here, I think, right?
Stairs that walk in,
Yeah.
but there's no basement.
The basement, yeah, comes here. There's a,
The basement's under the retail area?
under the house.
Under the house, but not the retail.
No, not in the
Okay.
retail,
But I said there's a slab.
yeah.
What's the square footage?
Actually, I think there's a small part of the basement under the retail.
How did we miss this?
What's the square footage of this proposed apartment?
I think that would be.
Like I said, I'm just confused, because a studio to me was always, my definition of a studio is like a one room.
1 room.
This is 3 rooms here, or,
21 by. I would say 21 by 21.
okay,
It's around that.
okay. Joe?
I just wanna look at the.
Okay. Let's take a look at that.
Is the pizza place across the street, is there a residence upstairs there?
Yes, there's commercial front, and there's 2 apartments in the back.
That's what I thought, okay.
And, oh, maybe I said the wrong name.
I thought there was a residence combination there. I'm just more concerned about sitting
It's
across
about what
the-
we can get approved. If we can get approved a studio, we can get approved apartment, but I'm just trying to make
Charlie,
that
any more?
residential.
Questions, comments?
No, did you take a look at how and why it's out of compliance, the original store, and as far as your plans are trying to bring it into compliance?
Well, what I found out from the town when I came here,
When you say the town, who are you?
I mean, not the town hall, when I went to the building department.
Oh, the building,
Department of
okay,
Inspection.
all right.
Sorry. They gave me the list that when it was changed from, family only to the retail space, when it became mixed use. They never mentioned to me that this was incorrect. So I just found this out like Monday, when I got the letter saying that was illegal. So I came to the town hall again, and I asked them what it supposed to mean, so they told me it was built illegal, or,
Did you go to the planning board meeting?
no, I didn't, cause I didn't expect to find that out. I didn't know it was illegal or anything, cause even the bank couldn't find anything, our lawyer didn't find anything, the attorney, they did all the research, they didn't find it was illegal or anything before. Maybe they thought, like, the owner just wanted to do extra money or try to have an own business, so they open a,
So the owner didn't He wasn't truthful then with you.
Yeah, nothing was mentioned to us.
Joe, any questions, comments?
My only concern is if we went favorable on this, we're setting a precedent for all
Yeah,
the other
I mean, I
locations.
have concerns that this all along was, they just happened to,
And all of a sudden, the pizza place wants to turn into a
Yeah.
family, and next thing, TV's wants to turn into a two-family.
and I don't know, this to me is more than a studio.
I'm not sure we can, I'm not sure we have authority to grant.
That's what I'm
this.
saying.
Yeah.
Because
I don't think so. I don't think so
if
either.
it was,
I mean, it's a mess.
if the retail space was never.
Approved, and we'd have no authority to even if we say we wanted to.
We're not allowed to grant a use variance
Yeah.
to allow a three-family.
Yeah.
I don't think we can grant
I don't
this.
think we can either.
And I don't know what the next step would be.
According to the town hall, when I came here first time, they said I could make the studio part of the first floor apartment.
Okay, but the town hall doesn't have the authority to tell you that they can do that. You have to come before the boards in town. You were before the planning board, and they gave you they gave an unfavorable recommendation. You must have received a copy of the letter from the planning board, and they
Yeah, I
stated
got it on
why.
it, Yep, yeah, they said.
And then you'd have come before us, so, I mean, you bought this piece of property, it's, like Mark said earlier, I mean, buyer beware, did you have an attorney representing you?
Yes. Gina Brother. Maybe the walls kind of making confused, we can.
No, that's not the issue, it's,
Making a full bath is all we need to do, they just add a full bath and make the kitchen, which has gas on, they have heated system on it, everything, they have 3 doors.
have you been doing, has someone been doing work in there?
No, nothing's been done yet.
Okay,
It's-
but work has been done recent, or in the last year?
According to the seller, they did a lot of replacement, they put new windows on it, they did a lot of stuff like that.
So it's been updated.
Yeah,
We just checked with the electrician, just checked the meters and everything, they said everything's working fine.
when was the last time it was used for retail space?
No, this was changed into a retail space in 2009. But I don't
So it
remember.
they haven't used that space since 2009?
I don't know anything about it.
According to
He's
your-
saying they commenced the use in
Oh,
2009. I don't know when
Okay,
it
he doesn't
ended,
know when it ceased?
But it doesn't really matter.
According to the
Okay, I
application, it
just-
says
legal
it's been
in the
vacant
first
for 6
place.
years.
Okay,
Right.
yeah.
This is what, a three-family house?
This is a two-family.
It's a two-family.
With a retail store in front.
He's trying to
of it.
make it a three-family.
So
Yeah.
he wants to take the retail store on the first floor, and put a studio apartment in there.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, we think there's nothing left on the street that we could rent it out there, you know? If we rent it to an office, we'll probably bring more problem with parking. And there's a restaurant right in front of us, and there's a bar right up the street, there's a convenience store, so there's nothing left they can put there. If they wanna do a salon or something, hair design, you need to do more water things, and they'll end up spending more money. And we're able to find someone that want to rent it out as a studio apartment.
I have a question, this could be off topic, but since it's residential and commercial, if they wanted to use that first floor and use that area for part of the first floor residential, could they?
Yes.
They could do that, even though it's supposedly commercial.
It's in Residence A
Yeah.
district, where commercial is not permitted. So it couldn't have been commercial in the first place unless it had
You shouldn't have
existed
built
before
it.
zoning.
Yeah.
So he can have a two-family there.
Right, so you can extend the first floor into that commercial area.
But you can't
But
make
you
it into a
make commercial
three-family.
out of the residential.
Yeah,
You can be a commercial out of the residential
No.
side.
no,
Not by our authority, from what I
Yeah.
understand.
The
Yeah.
problem with doing that is it's like they have a lease that we have to follow with the person on the first floor, which is due June 30th. So we'd have a problem to find another tenant after that. They'll try to pay whatever it's worth it to get a bigger place. And it would be kind of complicated to make that as a room for the first floor, since there's a door coming from the apartment, then there's like a small, small area, then comes to the basement, and then comes to this property. So that wouldn't make, would end up, maybe we rent to someone, they'll rent as a first floor, and they would not rent to somebody else as a studio, whatever. We're just trying to,
but our situation is here is that I don't really know that we can I mean, we really can't allow you to change this into it's a two-family. We can't allow you to change this into a three-family, but like Mark said, you can make one of the units, the one that's on the first floor, you can make that a larger unit. It still would be a two-family, and then you could get more money that way.
Yeah, that's what we thought about.
But
doing
you'd
that.
have to go to the building department and, work out the details there, but,
You probably still have to come back for a special
Yeah.
permit from us for that, because it's an extension of
yeah.
undersized lot.
'Cause
But
even
it-
if we do that, then again, we have to wait until July of next year to try to negotiate the rent with the first and the first floor. We try negotiating with her after we bought the place, explain her we're gonna try to do our best to do whatever she needs for us to fix, to repair, to make the place look better. She didn't agree to increase a penny on her rent. She just wants to pay whatever to fix it.
All right, anyone else have any more questions, comments? Joe? Charlie?
What?
Nothing, any more questions or comments?
No, other
Okay,
than what Mark said.
I'll leave the last word to you then before we close the hearing.
I just hope you guys can help us with this studio, grant us the permission to try to repair or fix something that was incorrectly. We're just trying to make it look better now.
Okay, very good. We'll close the hearing and we'll take it under advisement. Okay, what is the, questions, comments? I mean,
I have a question.
mhm.
Again, if he would, can he still withdraw his application? At this
Not
point?
now, he's
Not
been
now.
heard.
It's been heard, okay. Then it's no bearing.
I mean, he's been heard. He could have before the meeting started, but he's been heard. So,
What was your thought, Mark?
Well, my question would have been if he withdrew it and then went forward to where he had to go to try to straighten this thing out to some degree, whether it's gonna be strictly residential or whatever he wanted to do with a plan, then come back in front of us. He wouldn't have to be penalized on the 2-year exemption.
well, this would be a change, that he's trying to make this
He'd have to
into a
go to total
three-family.
change, yeah.
He's
I don't-
just
I
trying to
don't
change.
think we can't grant,
Anything.
Yeah.
it would be a use variance, which we're not allowed
Yeah.
to do.
Right, we're not allowed to do.
So,
Postpone it or delay it? Is that what we're gonna do in this article?
no, we can't. He's been heard. We have to give a ruling.
We have to vote on the merits of the
Yeah,
application.
what's
as
been
it came in.
presented here.
It doesn't work from our standpoint.
Yeah. So I guess I'll entertain what's the pleasure of the board?
I don't think we have authority to grant what he's asked for. I feel
And I
bad.
don't believe we do either.
I don't believe
If
we
you
do
were led
either.
to believe you could get relief to do this, but I don't think we have authority
Yeah,
to grant
I
it.
think, like I said, I think when you bought the property, I'm not sure how what information you were given, but it seems there was some confusion there over what you were given for information, let's put it that way. So I guess I'll entertain someone make a motion to,
Well, I'll reluctantly make a motion to deny.
okay, I'll second that motion.
What is the motion?
Yeah, there's a motion to deny this.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Any discussion?
Nope.
Okay, all in favor of the denial?
Aye.
Okay, anyone not in favor? Okay, it's the denial is,
Need to,
yeah.
we need to get it fixed.
Okay, very good. I think we've finished up for our meeting on November 12th. Our next meeting is Thursday, December 10th. I want to wish everyone a happy and healthy Thanksgiving. And I'll say goodnight for now. Thank you.